Alright, so Bleacher Report. Let's get right into it. So, yes, Alex K of Bleacher Report is now saying that the Bengals should trade L. Collins. Yeah, after making like 1,700 mock drafts on how we could trade away Jonah Williams. Now that Jonah's the starter and Collins is still recovering, obviously going to start off the year on the PUP list, meaning he'll be out for the first 6 weeks of the year. Now, Alex K of Bleacher Report believes we should go ahead and get rid of Collins. Now, here's why they claim this. They said with Jonah Williams and Brown set to book in the offensive line, Collins is likely to be relegated to the bench in 2023. Now, in any way possible, is that factual? I don't think so. Because I think Collins is out for 6 weeks, but it was very clear that once Collins comes back from injury, it's him and Jonah competing for the right tackle job. And very much so, Collins has a chance for that job. So, as it says next, rather than keep him around as a pricely swing tackle. Now, here's the problem with saying that statement, right? And I want to go ahead and bring this up for you real fast because I don't think that my man's here, I'm going to guess man's, might be a female, I don't know, understands how Collins' contract works. So, Collins is not making money unless he plays games. So, let me go ahead and show you guys this. Collins signed a 3-year contract with the Bengals, $21 million, and a $5 million guaranteed. The annual bonus in each of the year contract is $7.1 million. He's getting paid per game. So how his contract works out is actually very friendly for us because every game he plays, he gets paid. If he doesn't play, he doesn't get paid. So unlike Jonah, who's getting paid $12.6 no matter what because of a 5th-year option, it's guaranteed money, Collins is not getting paid unless he is the guy, unless he is the starter, and he actually plays. So he will be out for the first 6 games of the season, which means he's not getting paid for those 6 games. And as it says right here, per game roster bonus. So I don't think Alex here understands how that works. But yeah, so let's go back to my magical man Alex here to try to see what the rest of what they had to say. Rather than keep him around as a pricey swing tackle, the Bengals should be working to trade him to a team that could use some immediate assistance on the offensive line. In what universe did you not understand the fact that he's out for 6 weeks of the season? Where's your immediate assistance? Can you tell me this, Alex K of Bleacher Report? Why is Collins not in preseason? Why is Collins not in training camp? Do you know why Collins might not be, processing? Oh, is it because the Bengals want to trade him? Like usage? No, it's because he's hurt. He's rehabbing. He's going to be out. Probably start the season off for the PUP list and out for 6 weeks. So tell me the team that's going to use him tomorrow or let's say week 1 of the season. Because I promise you one thing. If he was healthy and he was good right now, the Bengals would be using him as their starting right tackle. Why do you think Jonah Williams became right tackle? Do you think we just said, wow, Jonah, you look good at right side, buddy? No, we did that because Collins went down with injury. He's rehabbing. We needed a right tackle. And also, and it says right here, if they can't find one, they could save nearly $8 million by cutting him. Or he could have started the season off on the PUP list and only played 10 games, and we would also, 11 games, and we'd also save a crap ton of money because he's not playing half the season. His contract is per game basics. He's literally getting paid every time he plays. But even then, do we not, Alex, okay, do you not understand the idea of depth at the offensive line? Like, look at last year, the playoffs, the AFC Championship game. What was our problem? The offensive line. So, even if it costs us $8 million, or it saves us $8 million to cut him, which it won't cost $8 million, but even if, theoretically speaking, right, well, like, you're going to make the argument here and say, well, if you cut him right now, then it's going to save $8 million. If you go back to that championship game, right, where offensive line was crap, would you rather have what we had or $8 million to have yourself another backup piece in there that could come in and be a starting caliber piece for us in that championship? Listen, we're going for a Super Bowl here. We're not going to play tag at Chuck E. Cheese, okay? We're going to get the job done. And part of that is having the depth at the position you need to when you get to the playoffs. So this is why we tried to trade away Jonah, but it didn't work out, right? And the reason why it didn't work out was because if we traded him away, we wanted crazy stuff back. And why? Because most likely, whatever we got back draft pick wise, we were going to take a right tackle to replace him. If there's no replacing, there's no getting rid of. There's no point. So I want to go ahead and show you guys something also. And this is just a little side note here, that if you want to know how much La'el Collins is worth right now in the league, if you were to trade him, right, and this is what the Bengals will not trade him unless they get this back. A first round pick is worth around 8,800 or 8,000, or yeah, 8,869,034 points. That's what a first round pick is worth. Collins is worth 7 million points in trade value. So, and that's a 23rd overall pick. So let's change the team. Let's say the Buffalo Bills. They should have like a really bad pick, right? Well, 25th. That's worth 8.6 mil. Okay. Who's the worst team in the league? So the Cardinals will probably have the worst pick in the league, right? Because they're going to be absolutely dog water this year. Where are the Cardinals at? Right there. They're going to have the worst pick. So they should have the highest, or 6th overall pick. That's 13.1 million, right? So who's I guess the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs are going to bandwagon the Chiefs. We have the 28th overall pick, whatever. So the 31st overall pick is around 7.9. So Collins is valued right now as probably a late first, early second round pick. Maybe a mid second. Because even like that is 6 million. And the second round picks, by the way, they drop quickly in value. Obviously, the lower you have pick-wise, the less value it is. But like, for example, the 31st overall pick is around exactly even to him. So that's 10 picks in to the second round. Collins has a lot of value. And if he is, again, after his pup listing, once he comes back, if we did trade him, hypothetically speaking, again, we're not going to. We're not. There's no reason to. But if we did, then we would want at the very least, a first or second round pick. That would not even be a question. And no team is probably going to give us a first or second round pick when he's going to be out for at least 6 games of the season. There's no reason to. He has injury concerns, injury issues. His contract, yes, is very team friendly, but he's on the last year of his contract, so you're going to have to give him a new contract. No one's going to give up that value for someone like that. It just is what it is. And for context, Jonah Williams is considered $4.4 million. So Jonah Williams is in that ballpark range of it worth pretty much a third or fourth round pick. He's worth a middle third round pick, Jonah Williams. But for Collins, he's worth more. And I promise you one thing, and I've learned this, trust me. I have learned this from Cincinnati Bengals here. They are not going to sit there and take bullcrap. They're not going to take nothing. They're not going to take less value than they know they deserve for a said player. And that's just how they operate, and that's just how Duke Tobin, Coach Taylor, Katie Blackburn, etc. So, to Alex K of Bleacher Report, you do not know what you're talking about. I hate to tell you that. I hate to break that down for you. But please stop with the stupid trades. It's not going to happen. There is no reason why the Bengals would get rid of their depth piece at right tackle. The particular position last season that was the biggest problem. And going into this season, really is going to be the biggest problem until Collins comes back. because right now we're not going to have a backup right tackle behind Jonah. Cody Ford has looked awful in training camp. Jackson Carman has looked awful in training camp and preseason, both of them. So, and right now, Carman's going to be a backup left tackle to Orlando Brown. So we have no immediate right tackle backup. If we go into the season and, hypothetically speaking, knock on wood, Jonah got hurt before that 6 weeks is over, we will be in a very bad spot at the offensive line. So stop it. Stop the nonsense. Stop all this. Hey, we need views. We need clicks. So let's make this stupid article and this stupid mock trade. It's not going to happen. Keep dreaming. Peace out, guys.